Hey, how's everybody doing there? So, I wanted to make this video in the next series. Sorry, let me see if I can get a little bit more light over here. The next video in the series, um, talking about toxic workplaces, employers, things like that. So, I wanted to share this story with you. So, when I was in Kansas City, I took a position working for an employer, and they made me an offer. I accepted the offer, and then about 4 or 5 hours later, they gave me a call and said, "Oh, by the way, we forgot to tell you that there is an 8-week orientation period, and for this period, your salary will be reduced 18%." I pushed back on it. I said that doesn't make sense. Salary is salary, right? But they were pretty adamant about it, and I said, you know what? I said, okay, right, whatever. So that's red flag number one. Then I go to work, and instantly I know this is a toxic environment. So they give you the scope of it. So the way their office was set up, it was like one big giant room with cubicles, low style cubicles, and you could overhear everybody's conversation, and all the departments were pretty much intermingled, right? There was another room, another couple of rooms, right? One was a conference room, there was an upstairs, right? But the majority of everything took place in the operations center. So I was going there to replace a person that was getting transferred to another department. He was going to take another role. So, okay. So they didn't tell me what time to show up. So I show up 7:45, figuring start at 8, maybe work 8 to 4:30, something like that, right? So first day goes by, second day goes by, third day, there's this individual that is there helping me. Third day, I go up to him, I say, hey, how's it going? Good morning. He's just got his fist on the desk, he's got his head down. That's what's going on. And he just snaps. He just throws all these papers, everything he was working on, throws it everywhere, throws his phone, leaves. Like, my boss tries to go after him, but this guy's gone, right? I'm like, wow. And I didn't have really a whole lot of interaction with them. I was doing other stuff, right? And so one of the things was in these first few days was that the company decided to change the protocol for servicing the vehicles. So what that means is they used to have the mobile field mechanics take their vehicle to the dealer, and if anything was broken, the dealership would fix it at the same time they were servicing the vehicle. Makes sense, right? Well, what they decided to do, the company, was they're going to save money and have the technicians change the oil in the field. So I asked the question, where's the ROI, the performa, cost-benefit analysis? Like, can you prove to me that this is actually saving money? Well, no, it just is. Well, I mean, I don't know that. And then from an environmental perspective, how is the oil being captured? How is it being disposed of, right? So after, doing a little bit of research and working on a cost-benefit analysis, it was not cheaper for the technicians to do that themselves, and it also created an environmental hazard because these technicians were disposing oil in drains, storm drains. They were just leaving them in parking lots. Disaster, right? I mean, that is not what you want to do, right? In today's day and age, or really any day and age, right? You don't want to do that. So the company didn't care, right? So I couldn't really figure out like why the turnover rate was so high and why people were abandoning their service trucks behind a Walmart or in a ditch or somewhere else, until I realized the amount of hours that these guys are working, right? So they're working 12 hours a day, right? 14 hours a day, sometimes 7 days a week, right? And many times I overheard many conversations saying, well, I don't have the tool to do this job, and they would tell them, go buy the tool, we'll reimburse you. Never got reimbursed, right? Toxic. And in terms of like HR, so the amount of comments, negative comments, right? derogatory comments, cursing, sexual innuendos, employees throwing things at other employees, completely unprofessional. And, the manager would come down and he would just berate people for no reason in front of other people. Completely toxic, right? So I knew it wasn't going to last. So, and I asked, I said, so what's this training? What's this orientation? Well, whenever the person was supposed to help me and he flipped out, the next day, my boss comes up to me and says, oh, hey, we're going to have to make a change in your schedule. And he hands me his phone. I said, what's this? And he said that, well, your new hours are going to need to be on call for 24/7. Now, I don't know about you. And if anybody's working 24/7, I really hope you're compensated for 24/7. So I said, that's not the deal. That's not the agreement. I said, I agreed to take this reduction of 18% in the salary for orientation, but there's no orientation. You have shown me nothing. There's no training, there's no orientation, nothing. Now you want me to be on call 24/7 for the same compensation. Not going to happen, right? I said, if you want to pay me 3 times what it is and bump my salary up to the level that we agreed on, and then 3 times from that, sure. Well, clearly we were not on the same page, right? So I decided, we're gonna put a pause on that, and I decided to go check out their shop because they had one central shop for the entire United States, right? It's why they use the dealer network to fix their vehicles in other states. So first thing I see when I get there, there's an individual painting a truck, right? Single stage paint, and 5 feet away, there's somebody changing brakes. It's not even in a paint booth. It's not even in a curtain. Like, they're not even trying. They're just like, here's what it is, right? There's no jack stands. There's no flashback arresters on torches. There's no lockout tagout. There's virtually no safety, right? I mean, I cannot tell you how many OSHA violations I saw in the span of 10 minutes. So next day, right? Show up 7:45. So I work from 8 to 4:30. My boss is just like, well, you can't leave at 4:30. I said, why can't I leave at 4:30? He goes, well, we need you to work later. Why do you need me to work later? Now, look, this is in the time of COVID, when COVID was really gaining traction, right? And they claimed to have cleaning protocols in the office. None of that existed. They claimed to do all this social distancing, all this. None of that happened, right? That was just a bunch of fluff. So, my boss said, well, we need you to stay in the office until 7 at night. So I'm like, so you want me to come in at 7:45 in the morning and stay till 7 at night? No, I don't think so, right? So, look, at the end, I mean, I only lasted about 2 weeks, right? And I can tell you that position has had many people go through it, and in other departments, it's also gone through many people. Because the expectation in today's world for somebody to work 12 hours a day or be on call 24/7 and not compensate people for that is toxic, right? So, and it's out there. This is not something that's, didn't happen, or it's not something that, it's heard it from a friend of a friend. This has happened to me, right? And, those companies are out there. And if you have any stories or comments, please, share them. Go send me an email, put them in the comments, right? We didn't even get to like days off or personal days or vacation, right? We didn't even get to any of that. I can only imagine if you're on call 24/7, 365. What does that mean? You never get a day off? I mean, come on. I mean, people have to go to the doctor. People have a life, right? Work-life balance is very, very big, right? So, anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. As always, I do thank you for your support, your comments, the likes. It really helps me keep moving forward. even though the content of this channel has changed, I still enjoy making these videos. I still, like sharing my life experiences, and maybe that's going to help somebody out there, right? And thanks for watching, and be safe.